Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
Today, before we get to that, I went to the doctor.
Wow.
Because I've been sick for the past 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. I haven't. I've only been sick for like 4 days. But this is the third episode that I've been sick because we recorded them all in like 2 days.
Sure.
I did go to the doctor today though. For ball stuff.
As you are wont to do.
And he was like, "Everything cool?" And I was like, "Yeah, everything's cool." And the condition is brought on by stress.
Okay.
And this doctor, I've told you how rad this doctor is before.
Very rad, yeah.
He was like, "All right, next time you feel it, come on. Do whatever you got to do to de-stress."
Smoke a bowl.
For real. He was like, drink a beer, smoke a doobie. I don't care what you do.
That's awesome, dude.
And then as I was like, hell yeah, dude. You know, I left. As I'm walking out, I was like, I should ask for a prescription.
Damn.
Fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like, could I?
Yeah.
Can I get a weed subscription for ball stuff?
Yeah, dude. Well, I don't know about that. In my head, yeah.
I don't know. It feels like it's very strict here.
Yeah, it's way stricter than it needs to be. I'm so tired of this in-between bullshit.
I know. It's like...
yeah. Did you see Chris Christie said something today? He was like,
God.
"Hey, smoke up now, because when I'm president, I'm like..."
Amazing.
I was like, okay, yeah. Have fun, dude. Like, not being president.
Medical marijuana is the civil unions of...
Yes. Yeah.
of weed. It's like, we'll get there.
We just got to put with this bullshit in the meantime.
And then quicker than you know it,
yeah,
the Supreme Court
is gonna legalize it.
Nugs win.
Nugs win. Nugs win. When's Hillary Clinton gonna evolve on this position?
When
it's popular.
When her husband inhales. For real though, I didn't even think about that when he said it. I was just like, this doctor is cool as hell.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to bring it up and be like,
hey, by the way, are we cool?
So for real though,
I want to ask you one question. Are you a cop?
You have to tell me. No, I'm a doctor.
It's not what I asked.
That's
avoiding the question.
Imagine going that far undercover.
That would be crazy.
Years of medical school, years of practicing, just to bust me.
Fuck yeah. Well, that's what you get.
You ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Paul and Virginia, parentheses, 1910 film.
Okay.
Paul and Virginia is a 1910 American silent short drama produced by the Tannhauser Company. The film was adapted from Jacques-Henri Bertin de Saint-Pierre's novel Paul et Virginie, and features Frank H. Crane and Violet Hemming as the titular characters. The film follows two young lovers who grew up living on an island in the Indies. When Virginia is 16, her wealthy aunt in Paris offers to make Virginia her heir and educate her. With her mother's pleading, Virginia accepts and goes to France. Her aunt insists that she marry a rich nobleman, but Virginia refuses, is disowned, and sent back home. The ship returns home in a hurricane and she drowns. With Paul nearly dying, he just shows up all of a sudden, I guess, in a vain attempt to save her. Released November 15th, 1910, the film received mixed reviews in trade publications.
Yeah.
The film was advertised with Pierre Auguste Coe's The Storm painting, said to have been inspired by the original novel. The titular character costumes also appear to be based on Cott's painting. The film is presumed lost.
Oh, no.
So, first of all, there's no way that in a short silent drama you could get all of this across. There's no way.
That feels like a bad synopsis, which
means I'm
going to give the benefit of the doubt to Wikipedia and assume it's just a bad film.
Well,
and someone's like, I don't know this.
It got mixed reviews in trade publications, and it's lost. And if it was worth anything, we would still have it.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I know. Well, this ain't England.
Well,
we ain't just throwing shit out.
But also, all the film was. Well, you know more about this. It was nitrate film or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit burns.
Right. So like, there's tons of old if you go back and look at like silent film actors or anyone from that era, they were all in like 120 movies, and half of those movies were all lost.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
It's flammable as hell.
I guess so, man. Yeah. But yeah, that's that. So what the idea is that like her rich aunt wants her to be like a society dame
in France, and they grew up in the Indies for some reason.
Right. Well, maybe that's what it was. Like, she grew up like with this, like, hey, we're carefree, and then she goes off to the big city, and she's like, you know what, I was wrong, I should go back, and then she dies.
And Paul doesn't show up until he's gonna save her. I guess they grew up together.
We have to assume.
But then she leaves. Well, it's the two young lovers who grew up living on an island in the Indies. She leaves to go to France, but doesn't want to marry this rich guy, probably because she's in love with Paul.
Right.
Comes back, ship returns in a hurricane, and she drowns. Paul just shows up and tries to save her, I guess.
I don't know. So it's supposed to be like a tragedy?
More like a travesty.
I give this...
mixed reviews.
Yes, certainly give it mixed reviews.
It's crazy how long this article is.
For a movie that we don't even have anymore.
Yeah.
It's interesting they came out in 1910. Like, when did movies start being made? Like 1910?
Well, the first one, which is like workers leaving a factory or whatever, was in like the late 1800s, I believe.
So crazy.
But it wasn't that was just like, hey, film works.
Right.
It's so crazy to see. I'm sure you've seen that.
I probably have. I can't conjure it up. But
it's like 2 seconds long, and it's just people walking out of a building. It's bonkers. I believe it was made by the Lumiere brothers.
Oh, okay. That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, they're two candlesticks.
Yeah, the film is so... It's crazy.
It's crazy how new it is.
Yes. Humans are so cool because we're always doing cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everything just gets invented by accident.
Yeah, when they were inventing film, they were trying to make chocolate chip cookies.
Right, exactly. I feel like everything is invented. It really is invented by accident, though. Like,
yeah.
Like, I feel like China. I didn't read the article, but China, like, they didn't do this, but have essentially invented the sun. Like yesterday.
Okay, well, no, they didn't.
No, they did. So they essentially invented the sun.
Okay, again, no, they didn't.
They got one step closer to inventing the sun.
No, it's already...
Oh, I see. Just you can't invent something that exists. But it's...
Yeah, when Benjamin Franklin invented electricity.
Right, exactly. But that's the thing is...
Or when Columbus discovered America.
But yeah, like is essentially infinite energy is like the idea.
You notice how the world's been cold and dark forever?
Yeah, I discovered that.
We fixed it. We just invented the sun. No need to be cold and dark forever anymore.
Remember how like we just couldn't figure out what the missing part of plants was? It's this thing.
Xylem. It's xylem, and now we have plants.
Yeah, we had too much phloem on our hands as it was. We need some of that xylem. No idea what either of those things are, other than that they exist.
Xylem is the tube that runs up through the
Phloem?
middle of the plant.
Stamen?
The stem.
The piston?
Nope.
The Detroit Pistons?
We're trying to make all these plants out of animal cells. We got no cell walls.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I paid attention in middle school.
The midichlorians are the powerhouse of the cell?
Yeah, they are. That's true.
The mitochondria?
No, the midichlorians.
God damn it. I forgot all that stuff.
What's your favorite thing you ever did in science class?
I didn't like biology when I was in 10th grade, and I didn't pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
And my teacher was it was like an honors class maybe, mm-hmm. And I was like, damn it, this is hard and like way above my head, and I just didn't participate very well. And there was a big group project that was supposed to be like a huge percentage of our grade, and I just didn't do like any work on it. And at the end of the year, I got a C, like a 70, like the bare minimum you get for a C. And I like flunked, or I definitely got like a 50 or lower on my final exam. I got it very poorly on that. And I think my teacher was just like, you know what? He's a smart kid. I'm just going to give him the C so he doesn't ruin his grade. I'm pretty sure I did not earn a C in that class. So my favorite thing about science was her passing me.
Do you think she did more harm than good? Because now you're an idiot?
Well, I quickly realized it at the time. I was like, there's no way I earned this. So I was just more like, oh, man, good looking out. Like, that was cool. But yeah, it didn't change anything. Like, I still slacked off forever. And yeah, here I am now, like, making a podcast. Like,
joke's on her.
Yeah, right? No, her name was Miss Good.
More like Miss Bad.
Naughty.
Hello, I'm Miss Naughty. I'm your anatomy teacher. The two coolest things that I did in science in middle school, we dissected a squid, which was cool.
That's crazy.
And you take like a bone out of, or I guess, do squids have bones? I don't know. Maybe it's cartilage. You take it out and it's like pointy. It looks like a quill, and you pop the ink sac, and we got to like write our names with their
that's
ink.
crazy.
It's dope, but then when you think about it, it's like, oh, this is like really insane and fucked up that I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
The second thing of the two coolest things that was the coolest thing was dissecting a fetal pig. That was dope as hell.
We did that too. Yeah, we did a frog and a pig.
We didn't do a frog.
Classic. Gotta do a frog.
I know. The pig was fucking gnarly.
Yeah, it was for sure. We also did a sheep's eye.
We didn't do that.
I don't know why we did.
I also really liked using Bunsen burners. That was just fun. That's just good, clean fun.
Yeah, right. It's weird that those are just always hooked up to the gas.
Yeah, my teacher in high school, she had no sense of smell.
Okay.
So she was like,
couldn't tell if there's ever.
If you ever smell gas, fucking tell me, because I cannot.
Yeah, that's no good.
And I was like, I don't know what gas smells like, because this is Florida and everyone has electric stoves.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I think it's weird that old-timey scientists would use all their senses to like test stuff. So like they're like, all right,
yeah,
like what does it taste like? Like it tastes like poison. I'm dead.
There's just enough time to like, it tastes like poison.
Yeah, this one's poison.
Well, yeah, like what's her name? Mary Curie just like ate. She just like ate
irradiated lead or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah.
I feel very nauseous. Inconclusive.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's
Thomas Edison ate many light bulbs.
Of light bulbs. Yeah.
I remember they told us.
Look, I what's the damn thing? Like, he discovered 999 ways not to eat a light bulb.
Nope.
No.
No.
You know, it's.
What if I put it under my armpit?
Nope.
Nope. Not eating it.
You know, it's 10% inspiration, 90% indigestion.
I chose not to make that joke.
Well, I chose to make it. Not because it was easy, but because it was hard.
What was your favorite subject in school, of all subjects?
Apparently history, because I'm just so knowledgeable about it. All those quotes. I don't know if I had a favorite subject, really. Like, when I was a kid, I used to say science, but then that is not true anymore for sure.
I don't think it was true then either.
Yeah, honestly, probably history. I had a couple good. I had a European history and an American history, and they were fun, I guess.
Which one was better?
American, duh.
American history is cool because you can learn all of it.
Right, yeah.
Well,
except we only ever go up to World War II.
Yeah. And by all of it, I mean all of the white parts.
Right.
You know.
All the parts where we win and we don't talk about the bad stuff we do. Yeah, I don't remember learning about what was it? What's the thing where the United States government gave a bunch of black guys AIDS?
You were going to say Tuskegee, but is that it?
The Tuskegee experiment? Is that it?
I keep thinking of Tuskegee
Airmen.
I hope it wasn't.
Well, that was an all-black military unit that received, I believe they were highly decorated.
Just like garland.
Yeah.
And,
wee.
I feel like it's Tuskegee.
I think it is too. But yeah, like the government just was like, hey, hey, all you black guys, like, come here. We're just gonna.
No big deal.
Right, we're giving you this medicine that does science stuff.
They gave him syphilis, right?
Was this? Yeah, it was something like.
I think it was syphilis.
I feel but it was like mad fucked up, and they just didn't tell them what was going on at all. And then that was like, I feel like it was going from the 50s to like the 80s or something, like way late, where you wouldn't expect the government to be like that overt in fucking us over, but here we are. Anyway, didn't learn about that. Didn't learn about the concentration camps we put the Japanese people in.
They were internment camps.
Yeah, right. Way different. We just concentrated them in a specific area
and interned them there.
Right. You don't learn
that's
you don't learn about the Trail of Tears or any of the Indian stuff, really. You learn just enough to know that we did bad stuff,
Yeah.
and we're so sorry about it.
Japanese internment camps are they're maybe the worst thing. I mean, slavery's obviously the worst thing. It feels so much worse because it's like, but we're the good guys, you know? It's like,
right. You can't claim to be the good guys,
right?
And then inter all your Japanese Americans, and then drop the 2 most devastating bombs like of all time on another country.
While fucking Germany has concentration camps.
Right? Yeah, it's no good.
So it's slavery, the worst thing.
Right.
It's like
slavery's just out of the running because obviously, duh.
Right, and it's like we didn't claim to have any moral high ground while we were doing it. You know?
Right.
But with internment camps, it was like, yeah, we're
doing this to protect everybody.
Yeah, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for keeping me safe, man.
Yeah.
We're protecting you. Here's some syphilis. Thanks.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, government.
This is maybe not true, but I think it is. George Takei was in an internment camp when he was a kid.
I don't know if it was him or not. I feel like his
or
family,
or his parents.
Definitely his family was. Yeah, and I believe he was too.
It's so fucking crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that guy that posts funny pictures. Yeah, he was like almost killed by the government.
And he's gay, right? So he's just had a fucking rough life.
He's just been punching the nuts for his whole life.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
good for him for like
rising
being a dope
and,
dude,
right?
But like, Jesus Christ, how many fucking people didn't do that?
Right,
you know?
Right.
Ugh. Do you know if they got any sort of reparations when they were released?
That's a great question. I have zero idea. I do not know.
Here's your house that, you know, has been abandoned for years,
right.
And like coyotes live in it now.
Well, at least they would, in this fake scenario you're inventing, at least they got their houses back.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, sorry, we stole your house, black people. Find somewhere else.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet country. Anyway, yeah, I love history.
What was your least favorite subject?
Economics, if that counts.
Why wouldn't it?
Because it's not one of the core, like, English and math and social studies.
Sure, I took economics too.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't make sense. Like, still, it doesn't make sense.
No, it feels, like, why are you teaching me this?
Nobody knows how it works, which is the crazy thing.
Yeah, even like 70-year-old dudes, there's still like tons of debate. So the other day I saw something that was like, 114 economists, say Bernie Sanders will, like his plan's the best, which I was like, cool.
114
said that Hillary is. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, well, never mind. And they're all equally, as prestigious or whatever.
I don't understand how it doesn't make sense. I don't understand inflation. I don't understand anything.
No, I don't either. I don't think anyone does. I was trying to make the best of it.
Like, I get how inflation happens. You
print too much money.
Yeah.
Right.
But like,